We're not on it.
Well, we are.
You are.
Okay. I think we're all hooked up. And people are jumping on. Our crafty crafters are jumping on. Hey, everybody. While we wait for all of our guests to jump on, look who's here today, Chris, and she is going to show us how to make these adorable, adorable baskets. I can't wait to hear about that. Those are so fun. I think it's some more paper engineering. We had Paula here yesterday,
That's right.
and she said you and her are our paper engineers, and I love that.
Oh, that's a lot to live up to.
I love that terminology. But hey, the good news is we have phones, everybody.
Woohoo!
We have phones, and guess what? It wasn't foul play. It wasn't, I guess somebody thought maybe squirrels had eaten through wires, but one of our tenants in the building just decided that they wanted to put up a shelf where some wires were. And they decided, well, those wires didn't go anywhere, so they just cut through all the wires to build more shelves. And guess what those wires were? They were to everybody's phones down the rest of the strip mall. So we did not have any phones there for a couple days
golly.
until they got in there and figured out why we didn't have phones. So bless the guy's heart that came and figured all that out yesterday. He was so sweet, and he got us up and running. So you can give us a call at 515-965-1102, and we will answer our phones today. No more just ringing, ringing, ringing. So we're glad you're all here. We've got a lot tuning in. Marianne, Marilyn, Sandy, Kim, Melissa, thank you everybody for tuning in. And I think we could go ahead and get started today. You ready, Chris?
I am. We're going to do these little boxes. The instructions that I have are for the 12 by 12.
All right.
And then I decided some of those might be a little big.
Okay.
So I made them a little smaller. Do you want me to look at those now or wait until after?
Let's look at, let's show us what you've got here, and then we'll go through all the instructions, because we do still have quite a few that are jumping on.
Okay. This one started with a 12 by 12
All
piece
right.
of paper. These two are 9 by 9.
Okay.
And this little guy that I think would be adorable on your Easter plate is a 6 by 6.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay.
So you can make it whatever size you want, as long as you can divide it into 3 equal parts.
Okay, so 12 by 12, 6 by 6, 9 by 9.
Yep.
Okay, it has to be divisible by 3.
Correct. And if you're a better math person than I am, you can change things up.
You could maybe change things up.
That's right.
But we're just going to go by 6, 9, or 12.
Correct. All right. I am going to show how I got to this point.
Okay, Anna Polaire says she got one of these as a gift, and now she'll know how to put together.
Good.
So I think they're adorable. Oh my gosh.
Thanks.
So filled with all kinds of fun things and give as a gift.
Yes. My granddaughters are older, so they get a Starbucks card and
Oh my gosh.
some fun socks and that kind
Cute.
of thing.
What a fun grandma you are. I'm going to have to up my game.
But, this would make a cute May basket.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And then, of course, we have the Easter coming up.
Okay.
So just some ideas to throw around.
Yep.
Or bunko night.
Or
if
bunko
you know,
night.
Little treat thing for that.
Oh,
We do have some bunko paper.
When bunko gets started up again.
That's right. All right. So we're going to start with our 12 by 12.
All right.
And we're going to score at 4, maybe. I started using a different score thing, and I don't know if I'm going to like it or not. I'm having a little trouble with this paper. I'm going to flip it over and see what goes.
All right, so she's using an EK Success scoreboard, which I love the scoreboards. That's what I use when I need to score.
For some reason, it doesn't want to
Do you need a
go in
different
the
piece
corner.
of paper?
I don't know. We're going to just flip it this way and see what happens. It must just not be even. Okay, so we're going to go 4 and 8. And then we're going to quarter turn it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not even on
How about if I go
one
get you another
side.
piece of paper? Here. Well, let's see. Hey, Vanna. Oh, here, we've got paper right here. Does it need to be, it doesn't
I
need to
don't
be a
care. It's
particular
just gonna
color?
be- no,
All right.
that's fine.
All right, we're just going to grab a piece of paper. Do you want to cut the little thing off of it? And here, I'll give you, do you have a trimmer?
I do.
Okay, all right. Well, we're getting a cutting lesson today. An unplanned cutting lesson.
All right, I'm just going to cut off
The little strip.
so we don't have that on ours. And then my blade fell off. Oh my goodness.
All right, here we go. Let's.
Oh,
do you
here,
wanna
it's on the floor.
All right. Sorry, everybody.
What was really funny, I almost fell off the chair. Oh my
Oh, that would have been good.
oh.
I would have laughed,
Well.
and then I would have stopped to pick you up to help
At
you get
my
up.
age, you don't know if you're going to get back up or not. Oh, golly. Okay. It can only go up from here, people.
Yes, that's right. It can. All right. So we're
right.
starting back over. She's okay. Just for those of you who have all jumped on, Chris is going to show us how to make these little baskets. You have to have a paper that's either like 6 by 6, 9 by 9, or 12 by 12 because they need to be divisible by 3. But for those of you math whizzes, maybe that's Kathy, then you guys might be able to figure out different sizes. But okay, Chris is ready to start. So we're at a 12 by 12.
Yep, and we're going to score at 4 and 8. And then we're going to turn it around, and we're going to, again,
She did a quarter turn.
4 and 8. And now the only part that's a little tricky is getting our corners scored. This isn't, I don't know, maybe I'll go home today.
Are you struggling to get on the 8?
I guess. Oh my goodness. We'll just turn it around. We'll come up here and do the 4.
All right.
Well, and see, we're off. I don't know what's going on. There we go.
Is it Monday? Michelle says, is it Monday? It might be Monday again.
Might be. All right, and then I'm going to take a minute and I'm going to get a good burnish on your score lines.
So she has her 12 by 12 piece of paper. She scored it at 4 and 8, did a quarter turn, scored it at 4 and 8, and now she's just folding on her score lines and getting good burnished edges. And look at what, isn't that just like so amazing? That's so she did some off-camera work, and that's her off-camera work.
All right, now if you're really good at this, you can take your ruler and get your corner, put it like in the 9, and then what I do is I butt my ruler up,
Okay.
and then I move the paper so until it meets, and then you kind of have a nice line.
Oh, interesting.
Because otherwise you just can't tell other than on that little 6-inch guy. And see, now I have a decent line. Now what I found worked best for me was cheating.
Was cheating?
Yes, because nobody's going to see where you put this paper anyway. So I turn it the opposite way. I take my 2 score lines and I meet them.
Okay.
And of course I have 2 score lines there because I was off. But then just press it down and you're going to get your point.
Okay. Okay.
And then just burnish it. And these creases aren't going to matter because you're going to cover
them.
Yeah. So this just works a little better for me
Okay.
than to try and
So you do that on all four corners.
yep.
Okay.
again, you just start pressing your score line, you follow it and press a little bit and then press up
To the corner.
to the corner.
All right.
And you can fudge it a little bit if you have to get it to, again, you've got your, probably going the opposite way, but that's all right. So you're going to do that to all 4 corners. We'll pretend that's even.
It is even.
Oh, okay,
Our
yes.
viewers
It is.
can't tell that it's not even.
Well, again, I like this because if things aren't quite right, you've got all this paper covering things up.
Mm-hmm. Rosetta says that they're similar to explosion boxes. And you've
Yeah, a
done
little bit.
explosion boxes for us.
Yep. Okay, so what I did off camera, we're going to pretend this is the right color. You need 3 pieces of cardstock because you have your base piece, and then you're going to have to cut 18 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 pieces.
Okay.
And then I used 2 decorative sheets, and you cut 9 each. That's somewhere here. And they are 3 1/2 by 3 1/2.
Okay, so put these all on the screen and we'll tell everybody to take a screenshot of these. Okay, so you get 9 3 1/2 by 3 1/2 of one pattern paper, 9 3 1/2 by 3 1/2 of another pattern paper, and then 18 of your cardstock.
Correct.
Okay, and 3 3/4 and 3 3/4, because that's what's going to make your mats for all your squares.
Exactly. And you, at first I thought, do I really have to? But if you're putting a lot of stuff in it, you want a good sturdy.
It makes it
box.
sturdier.
Yes.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
So then,
Not to mention it makes it beautiful because you
Right.
want to decorate the inside and the outside.
Exactly.
Because they see it all. Okay.
now
Very
I'm
good.
not going to bore you all with how to tape and stuff because y'all know how to do it. But what I found for my corner pieces, the first couple, I took the time to put the mat down, or I cut the mat diagonally, and then I cut the fancy piece diagonally and glued them separately so that I would have this edge here.
Okay.
And then I thought, nobody knows that but me.
Right.
So then, oh, not that one. Let's see. There was one of them that I went ahead and cut it after the fact. And, oh, here. I don't know if you can see this or not. Well, gosh darn it. There's one that doesn't have the edge. But I
see what you're saying. So
Here,
now
I'm gonna-
cut
I'm
it
just
so
gonna cut it.
we can explain it to them.
okay, so these all have the edge.
So these all have the mat, but
yeah.
what she's saying is that you're not going to see that because it's going to be folded into your
Right.
crease, so why go through the bother?
Right, so to save time, and I also, when I'm doing a diagonal cut, I start in the middle because sometimes I can tear my edge a little bit.
Okay.
So I go ahead and start in the middle and then come back down and cut the rest of the way. And that way I don't cut my edge
Oh,
off
that's a great tip.
or wrinkle it.
Yeah.
So you can see the difference here. These have the edge, these don't.
Uh-huh.
But I probably saved myself a half hour
Probably,
of gluing
yeah.
between, because you do both sides.
Right,
So
right,
it just saved a lot of time.
right. And what she's saying is that it's in the crease, so you don't really see it anyway.
Right.
And you're right. Nobody else is going to know but you.
Well, exactly. Because the crease ones, I found I needed liquid glue instead of my tape runner just to make sure I could get these edges covered. Otherwise, your edge pops up.
Wow.
So you're going to want to make sure and use your liquid glue for these corner pieces.
That's a good tip. Good tip to know.
All right. So I don't think you need me to glue these down, do you?
We'll do a couple,
Okay.
maybe just
right.
lightly.
Okay.
Well, because you don't want to waste them. Just lay them on there.
Okay.
Just lay them on there because you want to do it on where you're not going to waste them. There you go. Okay.
Okay. And then I would do, pick which one you want. And if you have certain patterns, you are going to have to watch how you cut your diagonal. You don't want, for me, I wanted all of my diagonals going the same way in the corners. Mm-hmm. So just be mindful of that. So anyway, you go around. I put
Glue 'em
all
all
the
on. Okay.
Yeah, I put all the same in the corners and all the same on the flat pieces.
Okay.
I also put them on the bottom
All right.
just for more strength again.
Uh-huh. Okay.
All right. Now, somehow I lost 2 pencils, but that's okay. We'll pretend.
Pencil. Yeah, we can get you a pencil. Oh my goodness.
I know. One of those days.
Well, Chris,
right.
it looks very beautiful. This right here would even be a good scrapbook page.
Oh gosh, yeah, that would be pretty.
That's a fun layout.
All right, so now,
Okay, is there a gap between the diagonals without matting them?
without matting them, yeah, but thank you. Not much more than what this is.
Yeah, it would still be about the same
Yep,
distance. Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
Oh, here's the one that doesn't have.
Okay, there you
So-
go. There you go. That's
right.
what it looks like without the matting. Okay. So
So
now
all
she's
you
putting her box
do-
together.
You fold it up, and you have to kind of fold before you get it all the way, get it all the way up there. Otherwise, you're going to have be a little harder to fold. But this is how it's going to come together.
Okay.
And let me show you how I found it easiest to mark. I took my ruler, I came around, and I marked each spot about a 1/2 inch from the tip. I just came up and I put a pencil mark.
Okay.
And I went around and did that on all 4.
All right.
And then while it's out this way, I took my crocodile, and we don't have any of those right now, but we do have some other that I think would probably work just as well. But this,
The crocodiles are on order.
I know I can go through all of these.
Beth, have you not seen? She says, "Holy guacamole! What's the name of that red tape runner? Have you not seen this? We use that a lot. It's the Scrapbook Adhesive Easy Grand Runner. All of our staff use it. It's really fun. It lasts. If you do a lot of paper crafting, it's a great adhesive to have. Kelly, I bet, went to get one. I can't remember how much is on a roll, but a lot.
A lot. And the initial thing is a little pricey, but the refills I think are $9.99.
I do know that.
And they last forever, and it's so easy to change it out. I love mine.
Maybe you can show us how you change out at the end of our video.
Okay. So I'm just going to go around and I'm going to put, so I can go ahead and show you how to do the ring then.
Yes. Yes. A good tape runner is life-changing, Rosetta says. You're absolutely right.
Gosh, yes. Well, nobody wants to be frustrated while they're crafting.
No, or run out of adhesive at midnight when the scrapbook store is closed and you
my
can't run there.
goodness.
For sure. Okay, Kelly went and grabbed one while Chris is punching the holes in her 4 corners there. It's the Easy Runner Grand. It's $21.99, and it's got 150 feet of adhesive. And the refills are due in today, and like Chris said, I think they're also 150 feet and $9.99. So it's a pretty good deal.
Okay, so now I have, because I had it folded over, I now have holes in all of my 8 spots.
All right.
And again, we're just going to fold it up like this, and you just start by feeding through your ring, which we have a lot of different colors. This one is 1 1/4 inch,
Okay.
which I really felt I needed for the big
For your big ones, okay.
box. I was able to use smaller ones for the others. I want to get this folded in before I get my ring going.
This is just such a cute project.
Well, and other than taking some time, which it does to get all the gluing done, it's so easy.
But right, and that's kind of relaxing though, is to pick out your colors and
Oh, exactly.
cut. And you're just cutting squares and then a few triangles and putting them on. So,
That's exactly right. Let me get.
and you might need to ask
There
your
we go.
friend to help you. Oh no, Chris got it done.
There you go. So now, the fun part.
Dawn says if you don't have like 6 adhesive backups at home, you need to reevaluate your priorities.
Oh my gosh, that is so true.
Okay, and can you color those rings with alcohol ink? Absolutely. Teresa showed us how to use alcohol
yeah.
ink to color staples, and it's the same process
Oh, wouldn't that be cute?
to color your rings. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes.
and with these, I
Okay,
just
so let's-
decorated with ribbon.
So there's the ring on it, all tied up.
And if you haven't seen our ribbon selection, you would be amazed.
We do have quite a variety of ribbons. I think
Oh
our
my
wall's
gosh.
about, what, 12, at least 12 feet, and about 12 feet long and about 8 feet tall of ribbon.
Oh, yeah. And it just adds a little something to them. I'm not going to go all the way around, but it'll give you an idea.
Oh, lots of hearts, lots of hearts.
And then I decided, you know, this morning that maybe I needed to bling up some of my, gosh, we're just going to start over. Well, like the little heart here, I put a heart,
Oh,
on
that's
here.
cute.
but I think some little Winkastella would be cute on the edge.
Okay.
And I used a wobbler. I talked about those last time, and I didn't have any, but I brought a wobbler with me just to show people how easy they are to use. But, you know, you go around, you put ribbon however far you want it.
And they're asking, can you use ribbon to tie it up? Absolutely.
I did on that
and
one.
Chris did show us one here where she used ribbon. I wonder, is that harder to get through the holes or no?
I just made sure I cut a very sharp point in my ribbon, and then I
right.
used my pick.
Oh, to just help get
to
it
help
through?
get it through.
Okay.
But I was working on it at night, and I didn't have the larger ring yet.
Okay.
So that's why I used ribbon, and it worked perfectly fine.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. And that's cute too.
All right.
Oh my gosh. I love that.
Oh, thank you.
Chris. Very, very cute. And then you just can
Oh,
proceed to
there's my-
decorate it however you want and fill it however you want.
Oh, exactly.
And look at, she's got little suckers in here, some M&Ms. Oh my gosh, my fave. Some
Well, you can take those if you want.
No, and look at little socks she's got in here, and then Starbucks card. I love that. What a fun idea. And then the Easter one, she's got. How'd you find Easter?
They're not. They're they've got little hearts on them.
Oh, but they're the right
yeah,
colors
they're the right
for
color.
Easter. Oh,
Yep.
cute. Okay, and then, okay, here she's using the Wink of Stella. This is a glitter pen for those of you who aren't familiar with the Wink of Stella, and it puts glitter on whatever it is that you put it on. And I love that.
Well, and I just thought it added just a little something there. All right, now.
Oh, fun idea for a baby shower.
Oh,
cute.
yeah, very cute.
That is.
And we have great baby papers, so.
Oh, we do. You're absolutely right. Oh, okay. So now here's the wobblers that Chris was talking about, or wobbles. And they are a little early, but May baskets. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely, Julie. Chris even mentioned that at the beginning, that those would make great May baskets.
Now, I've never known for sure. If it matters, you'll probably be able to tell me. Does it matter which I put up and
I've
down?
used them both ways.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Yep. I don't think it matters.
It's got paper on both because both ends are sticky. So you just pull it off. And I'm going to stick it on this side just because I know how much space I have here then.
Okay. Now she's peeling the sticky off of the other side of the wobble.
And you just try to, stick it wherever you're wanting it on there. But it just adds a little...
Cute.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
And then I took my crocodile again and just did a little hole off to the side so I could tie it like I did this one into the ribbon.
Mm-hmm. And just let it
Yep, and
hang
just
down.
let it hang down, and I would put whichever child's name gets it. And I thought the same with these, putting them on your Easter dinner plate. If you really wanted to get fancy, you could put the person's name that you wanted to sit by so you could have good conversation.
Oh,
But-
that's funny. Oh, that's cute.
I thought these would be adorable to tie onto a May basket because they are blank on the back side. So if you wanted to put a person's name on it,
Oh, look at these. Wow, wouldn't that be fun?
Oh, yeah.
Those are really cute. So these are called I Pick You, Odds and Ends by Doodlebug, $7.99, and it's got 94 pieces in it. There's a lot of hearts, but the flowers would work for Mother's Day, for May baskets, for Valentine's.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Those are really cute. You're right. And then she pulled, go ahead, Chris.
No, I was just going to say, this one I ended up just inking around the edge of it, just to add a little interest to it.
Uh-huh.
You know, so you can decorate them up however you want, make them fancy. If you're going to give something, why not bling it up a little bit?
Exactly. Cute, cute. Anyone have a hot mess from making all these cute projects? Okay, so a couple things. Do you just want to show us how you take your refill out and put your refill back in with that, with our Easy Runner Grand?
Well, it'll probably go like everything else has this morning, but we'll try. You've just got a little tab here,
Uh-huh.
and if you can lift it up like this, you just pull this out,
Pop it out.
pick up a new one, and the holes are there so easy for you. You just set it back on, close your lid, and you're ready to go.
There you go. There you go. Easy enough. And then they would like you to, could you just show us your measurements? Do it on your scoring board one more time.
Yep.
For those of you who tuned in late, yeah, everybody says they're going to make these. Okay, how much are the wobbles? Right here. Okay, the wobbles are under miscellaneous product, and you get 12 for $7.99, and these are just like your regular size. Now, if you have large things that maybe you have an Easter bunny that you're a
that'd be
larger.
cute.
Oh yeah, look at like the Tim Holtz Easter bunny. Maybe you want to put that on the front of a basket or the front of a card, and you need the larger wobbles. Those are $8.29. Oops. And they're a little bit larger. Or we do have 48 in a package, and those are $27.99.
Well, and I used one of those small copper-colored rings for my little Easter basket. So we do have different size rings.
Oh, so you use this one for the
For the 6 inch.
6 by
Yeah.
6. Okay.
And I mean, you could use the bigger one, but I just liked the rose gold color.
Uh-huh.
So
Uh-huh.
I had to bring them home.
Oh my gosh. Well, I do believe there is like a rose gold alcohol ink that you could color your
Oh,
ring
there you
if
go.
you wanted a larger one for a bigger box.
Well, I'm going to have to take the rest of mine and do that because that was a great idea she had.
Yeah, that is.
So for the larger one, it was a 12-inch by 12-inch piece of paper.
Okay.
We scored it at 4 and 8,
All right.
quarter turn,
Okay.
and again 4 and 8.
Okay.
The 9-inch you score at 3 and 6,
Okay.
and the 6-inch you do at 2 and 4.
Got it.
And for your fancy pieces, you're just going to go 1 inch smaller per size down.
Okay.
So
All right.
this one would be 2 and a half
Okay.
for the fancy paper, 2 3/4 for the big.
For the cardstock.
For the, yes.
Okay. Okay.
And then this one would be 1 3/4 for the cardstock, 1 1/2 for the pattern paper.
Okay. All right. So it's just like you're measuring for like in front of your card when you're doing your layers. You just drop down the size.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yep.
for your matting. Okay. Awesome.
But again, make sure you put it on the bottom and in the bottom of the
on the inside too.
Yep, on the inside too, just for that extra strength. Because this is really pretty heavy. I mean, there's a lot of chocolate in there.
and why bother if you're not going to put a lot of chocolate in it?
Exactly. And you know, this with putting things in for the girls, it got kind of heavy too. I left some of the stuff at home, but I don't know. And plus, it just finishes it off.
It's cute. Okay. So and then just show us real quickly then how you did the corners.
How I bent the corners?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Well, we're going to pretend we've had a heck of a time getting this to
Yeah. This is just her
my scrap piece.
scrap paper. So she just scored at 4 and 8, and then turned it, scored at 4 and 8, and then she just bent the corners together to just line it up.
So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this score line and this score line, and I'm going to have them meet. And then I'm going to pinch down here and then pinch up to the top. And if it's off a little bit, just realign it. It's no big deal. Okay. And then give it a good burnish.
All right. And then you just do that on all four
corners. Yep.
Love it, love it, love it. We have got some very creative customers. Mary says that if you don't have a fireplace, this would be a cute replacement for stockings. Oh my gosh, I love that idea.
I do too.
I think that is
So
really
cute.
fun. Thank you. You guys offer such wonderful suggestions. Well, Chris, this has been a really fun project, and I know our customers love it. You've gotten lots of hearts, and a lot of our crafty crafters can't wait to make that.
Well, good.
After the video. So
Awesome.
Very inspiring.
Well, thank you. Everybody have a good day.
Okay, thank you.
That was great.
It was. Do you want to get a microphone? We're just going to go back over here and show you all of the Chapter 1 2021 dies that came in yesterday. These are the Sizzix dies that came in. And if we're out of the ones that you wanted, no worries. We can put your name in the book. And we hope that by the end of the month, all of our additional products are going to be in. And for those of you who are homeschooling and missed yesterday, this shape right here on the right is a rhombus. And that was a word of the day. That was our word of the day yesterday, a rhombus, because I thought it was a diamond. Okay.
Does anybody miss yesterday? Is anyone watching that didn't get to see all this cool stuff yesterday? I hope not.
Yeah, there are some amazing dies, and look at these carrots. We decided yesterday that these carrots are like 4 inches, so they're big carrots. The packaging, I think, is a little deceiving, and I think that is it for today.
All right. Well, gee, thank
There's
you, Chris.
Kelly.
Hi, everybody. Chris, great job. We love those baskets, and it's something anybody can do, and it's fun and lots of uses. So, and then did you already mention our phones were back running?
I did at the
Okay,
beginning,
all right.
yes, but we should stop at the end and post our sign.
Yeah.
Our phones are back up and running, so please give us a call. You can shop online. We do curbside, online orders. You can shop in the store, and this is our phone number, and our phones should be up and running. We tested them, and they are working. So,
Yeah,
everybody,
that's nice.
yes. So thanks for tuning
right,
in,
thanks
and
for
we'll
watching.
see you tomorrow at 9:30.